All right, y'all. You said you was interested in some of these recipes or whatever, so I'll show you a few. It's just that kind of day. I'm going to be in here baking all day, I think. Look at this out here. That beautiful rain. Can you see it through the window? I call that manna from heaven. I love rainy days. You won't ever hear me complain about the rain. But anyway, it makes it perfect for being inside cooking. So I do need to, let me put this in this little dilly. I do need to make my fried pies since I got my dough out. But you can put this dough in the refrigerator and like in a Ziploc baggie or something or whatever, and save it for the next day or two or whatever if you want to. It'll still be good. It works good. But since I'm home and it's a rainy day and stuff, I'm gonna do this baking. So here we go. See that's that biscuit dough. So I'm fixing to take this here all-purpose flour, like I said, and I'm gonna add to it. I want to add me some. Just get me a handful here, and I'm gonna sprinkle it on there, and work me some in it. I want to work it in there. Let me set this thing down. See if that worked a while ago, so we'll try it again. So bright. But anyway, I'm going to take this dough, and I'm going to work me some of that all-purpose flour in it, see? That'll cut that self-rising flour down a little bit. Because on these fried pies, you want you some stiff dough where you can roll it out, cut it out, and fry them up. I'm going to show you my peaches. I found my jar of peaches finally that I was talking about. Now, I cooked them peaches up the other day out of what I had left when I was making that big old peach cobbler. And what it was I had one of them number 10 cans of peaches. Now, you know, that's a lot of peaches. And so, you know, I made a big cobbler in a 9x13 pan, but I still, you know, I just had peaches left over. So what I did was I took them. See, I'm working this dough. I want it stiff. Adding that all-purpose flour in there. Mix it in there. I don't want it soft. And we're going to roll it out here, and if it's, you roll it out real thin, too. And if it's sticky on there, you ain't got enough flour in it. You got to put some more flour in it. So I'm going to take me a little pinch off here. Let me show you the peaches real quick. I got sidetracked. See, I put them in this, I cooked them up, and I put them in this jar. And see how thick that is? And it's just solid peaches. And I cooked them down. And even though they were the canned peaches in the syrup, I cooked them down and added more sugar. And I put some cinnamon in there. And a little pinch of nutmeg. And butter. Put me a big old blob of butter in there. And let them cook. And then I got me one of them, my old potato masher. And I just mashed them up and just kept mashing them. Mashing them in that pot. And just let them sit there and bubble real slow. Just let them bubble. And it'll just get thicker and thicker and thicker. And then when it cools, it really is thick, so you can handle it for your pies and stuff. Now, my kitchen is full of sugar and butter and oil and all those things. And, I mean, I use all that stuff. If you know, if you're not the person, I got to get me some more flour. If you don't like all that stuff, all the sugar, cooking with all the sugar and the butter and everything, which I understand all that, you know, and stuff, but if that's not your thing, then I'm not the girl for you, because I cook with butter and sugar and oils and all that old-time stuff or whatever. I grew up eating it and cooking with it, and I'm going to always do it. It's just I love that kind of cooking. So, you know, if you like all that and everything, then you just might enjoy learning some of this stuff from me or whatever, if you know, or most of you probably already know how to do this stuff. If you're like me, it's just fun. You just like watching cooking videos, other people's ideas and stuff. That's what's fun about it, is you learn other people's stuff. It ain't like I don't know it all. I know it all. You know, I definitely learn from people. I like learning new stuff on it, but as long as it's the old way. Rub my flour out here. I'm fixing to pinch me a little piece off here, and we're going to check it out. Let me get my rolling pin out here. We're going to see if it's going to work here. You roll from the middle out. I actually got me a cutter over here that I think I'm going to do this one just because I done pinched it off of there. But I think I'm going to roll me a whole thing out. I got me a, see, that's real thin. Let's see. See, and it ain't sticking. That's good. You know it's good. So, and it don't have to be perfect if you're rolling them out like this and everything, but this lid that I got makes them, I like the size it makes of them. It's a lid off of an old pickle jar. And I just love the size of it. I think it makes a 6-inch circle. So when you fold them over and stuff and everything, it's a perfect size on your pie and stuff. But anyway, we'll just take this right here. I'm going to spoon me some of this here cooked peaches in it. You got to be kind of careful. You will get them too full. And then you can't get it sealed. Oh, I got to get me some water. Get me a little old bowl of water here for my, you set it right there. And you just get your fingers in it and pat it. Right on the edge down here, kind of around the halfway around the one side of it there. And that'll get that dough wet. And when you fold it over, it'll stick to them. Just fold it over like that. Pat it down on that and let it seal it. Push them up good. It's not working very well, is it? I'm not a good videoer yet. But let me see. See how it's doing there? I want to just, am I doing that? See? Pat it up like that and everything. And now, I'm fixing to take me a fork. I know you've all seen that fork thing, but it works well. Take me a fork here. Let's see if I can get it on there. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to get the kids to show me how to work this thing. Ain't no doubt I'm going to have to get them. Ooh, that rain is coming down out there. Thank you, Lord. I love it. I love it, I love it. See, I'm just pressing around here. Do it like that. Go ahead and seal it real good with that. Like I say, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this part of it, but it's an important part. So, do that. And now, I'm going to take this here pizza wheel. You can take a knife and do it, but I'm going to cut that. Let me see if I can get it right there. I'm going to run this pizza wheel around it. Can you see what I'm doing? And get that all. Dang, I am not good at this. Get that all off of there. Now, look at that. Look at that fried pie. Ain't that booger pretty? I'm going to get me some grease going over here. I'm going to roll me out a few of them. And tell you what I'm going to do first. Since I did that one like that, I'm going to show you. Whoops. I'm going to show you how you set this one over here. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? That's going to be so good. Oh, my goodness. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get me some flour. Use my all-purpose. Get this here extra dough. I can put it right back in my ball. Work it around a little bit. Good and stiff. Hey, that's Wouldn't be no good for biscuits. This here make fried pies. This here make dumplings. I don't know if you can add enough all-purpose to it. Make them dumplings right, because if you don't, it'd be like making them out of Bisquick and stuff, which is okay. But if you like them old doughy sinkers, like we called them sinkers, Granny made that berry cobbler where you just drop the dumplings in it. Oh my word! I got me some berries the other day. I'm gonna make that, and I'll show that to you, how to make them berry dumplings. But anyway, you can make dumplings, and it goes for everything, chicken and dumplings and all that. So here I go. I'm gonna roll this out. I want to roll it out really thin. Like I say, you roll from the middle out. And turn it. And get it really, really thin. And see, I don't know how many I'm going to get out of this, but that's why I'm going to use this dough and finish it up. And, I don't know, it'll probably make 3 or 4 good fried pies. And then I can just put them cooked peaches right back in the refrigerator. And them boogers be good on one of them biscuits. I'll tell you that. They'd be really good on one of them biscuits, but I like to save them for making fried pies. We love homemade fried pies. Now that's canned peaches too that I'm using, but I'm gonna tell you, when I get a chance and I can get some fresh peaches, there is no comparison to the taste. It's more work, but you know, this stuff takes time. You gotta love what you do with it. You gotta love cooking. If you don't like cooking, you know, this just ain't gonna work for you. Look, see, here's just an old plastic lid. I'm gonna dip it in a flour bowl over here, and it's gonna make me a perfect circle that I'm wanting. Makes them up nice. Ooh, it's gonna make it a little more than I thought doing it like this. These are a little bit smaller than that one I made, which is good, because these are plenty good size. I promise you. I tend to make big ones and stuff if I'm just doing it by my sight, like, or whatever. I ain't gonna try that one. Let's see that now. Get them off of here. Got me some more dough left. Get it all together here, because I'm gonna roll it out. That'll probably make a couple more. Work it in there. It's tough. Gotta work it. You get you some pie muscles right here working this stuff. I'm thankful for the big mixers we have now that has the dough hook on it, and you making rolls. Ooh, Lord, I am thankful for that. That booger does all the work for you. Here I go. Oh, see? Can you see them? Look. See what size they are there? That's perfect. Alright, let me get them in here. Get them loaded. I wish I could smell these peaches in this jar. It smells just like a peach cobbler. Get it in here. Now that I got them this far along, I'm fixing to go over there and crank my grease up and start getting it heated up and ready. But I want you to see that. Get this. Really, I wish I had a little bit deeper skillet, and I used to have one of those. I don't know what became of that. But anyway, I'm using the same, my 10-inch skillet that I used for the biscuits. And, let me hold on to this. See, I got my grease in there, and I got it pretty deep. You know, I want them kind of floating in it, right? So let me get this booger lit. I have a gas stove, and man, you ever heard that saying, cooking with gas? I tell you what, I love having a gas stove for more reasons than one. I tell you what, all right, I'm putting my water. Let me do it over here where you can see what, turn around here. Putting my water on them. Gonna make them sticky on the edge, just half of it. And fold it over. Now I can just, yeah, they're not near as big as that other one, but I can pinch it together with my fingers there. It'll be good. But I was talking about that gas stove. I tell you what, when the electricity went off and everybody was out of heat around here that year, ours didn't go off last year. We were grateful, fortunate anyway, that ours didn't go off last year, not one time during that big freeze. I couldn't believe it. Some of my stuff is oozing out. I'll show it to you when I get through getting them. But that ain't no big deal, as long as I got it sealed. I can scrape that stuff up. But that gas during the freeze and stuff, when you ain't got no electricity, that gas stove is a blessing beyond words. I can turn one burner on that stove, and it'll heat this whole area up in here. I have one of those open concept living room kitchen things, and I mean, it just warms it up. And I can open my bedroom door, and that heat will go into there. But anyway, as far as cooking, I just love it. But a lot of people like their electric stove now. You know, to me, I don't see no difference in the ovens. I don't know. I don't see no difference in the ovens. But all right, I'm gonna get my fork, put it in my flour here, dip it in my flour so it won't stick. I'm gonna go along that little edge and